have picked up wins against Exeter and London Irish. So on paper, based on recent results, this could be a very close game indeed. We can't wait for kick-off, which is in just under 4 minutes' time. Well, let's take a look at the lineups. Harlequins then, well, Ethan Clark and Jack Dory-Palmer and Caleb Ashworth, a very familiar front row pairing. Johnny Green and Tom Holder go in the row. Seb Driscoll and Harry Brown will try and cause mayhem at the breakdown, and Jonathan Smith moves to number 8. Change at half-back then, Murdoch Locke comes in for Charlie Clare, who moves to the bench. Sean Kerr, ever present at fly half. In the centres, captain Ludo Khalade goes with Ben Waghorn once more. Guy Rogers and Ethan Knight on the wings, and the fleet of foot for Josh Bellamy at full-back. Bath then, well, a few changes for them. Co-captain Arthur Green comes back from injury to start at number 8. Nixon Castillo, Pearce and Seller in the front row. Max Jenkins moves from number 8 into the lock, and the ever-present half-backs of Ewan Davies and Raf Weston start for them today. Sam Harries captains the side after 2 tries in his last 2 games. Will Parry comes back into the starting lineup after being a late withdrawal last week at 13. Well, the replacements then, the finishers, a few changes. Zach Carr started a couple of games this season onto the bench. Claudius Wheeler and Tosin Tariba. Well, we've seen all of these guys throughout the Premiership Rugby Under-18 season so far. Keep an eye out for Anis Sultan Edwards off the bench for Quins. And for Bath then, well, plenty of speed and power in their replacements. Tommy McLean and Scott Kirk will try and add the power from the front row. Jaden F. Grave will come in, as well as Abdul Khalik Akinzua Al Kareem. What a mouthful, what a great name that is. And again, keep an eye out for the backs. Ollie Byrne, Rory Crump, Komoto Kamanga Dybrak going to cause some damage off the bench for them. And you can see the final few moments of preparation for both teams, and it's difficult to say, isn't it? On paper, both of these 2 teams have got similar results against similar opposition. We shall see how this one plays out. Harlequins, though, are rumbling on. They need to get a win here today to keep themselves top of the tree. This, of course, in the Premiership Rugby Under-18 Academy League, the Southern Conference. Saracens, they currently top the table with 3 wins from 4 on 16 points. Harlequins are 3 from 3. So a win tonight will put them top of the table, heading towards the finals day on the 27th of February, just over 5 weeks away. Bath, they've only got 1 fixture left in the league season, coming up against Gloucester. They have a bye week next week, and the Harlequins, however, have Bristol and Saracens, and you get a feeling that that final league game against Saracens away at the StoneX Stadium will be an absolute belter. Plenty of rugby to come before them.
That's right, no, thank you anyway. It's not bad.
Lovely 4G surface here at Horsham tonight. Not too much breeze in the sky, but you never know how things play out. Well, it is nice and dry, which certainly helps things. Harlequins will get things underway. Last huddle for Harlequins on home turf. Need to make this count this evening. Bath, on the other hand, got a good record at home.
Let's go, boys!
Not as successful away so far this season. Let's see how they go tonight. Sean Kerr will get things underway. And Harlequins will try and get things powering down from the off. They know their senior tide have had great success in the last 3 games, winning at the death. I'm sure this academy side will take great pride in that fact. But I suspect they'll try and close this game out if they get the chance early on. Lovely work from Ewan Davis to try and break it away, straight down into the palms of Murdoch Lock, and a hitch and a step and a break. Back onto halfway by Guy Rogers. Bit of a utility back. He knows what to do from the centre and on the wing. Penalty to Harlequins. Well, if you've been following the Under-18 League games so far this season, you'll certainly have seen Josh Bellamy ping a few of those into touch off his fantastic left boot. Dory Palmer with his first ball at the line-out. Quick word with Ethan Clark and trying to get things moving from the set piece. They love a driving maul. It was a great take from Golder. This could be a golden driving maul. Locke has it at the back. He's just marshalling things, the scrum half. Bath trying to slow this one down. It's still motoring with Harlequins. Now they release the backs. Khaled out the back. Bellamy trying to crash up. Finally goes to ground, and Bath are trying to contest the breakdown here. Making this difficult for Quins. And it is back with Bath, and that is a superb defensive effort. It was the crash ball by Josh Bellamy. In all fairness to him, he is not the sort of player that you really want to be taking into heavy contact. And Bath just capitalised on that by throwing in the big boys. Well, Bath with the penalty into touch and don't get the meters, so the line out will be just outside their own 22. Max Pearce at hooker today for Bath. Does well to find its mark, and it was a lovely take by Eddie Erskine. Now they get it away. Big hit coming in from Sella. Well, Raph Weston will try and send this one long once again. Harlequins doing well already in this game to pile pressure on deep, and that hasn't gone into touch. Locke with the long looping pass to Bellamy inside, and this is where he thrives in open space. Ethan Knight can't quite collect the loose ball, but eventually it's back with Harlequins. And they have lost it, and it's going to be a Bath ball just outside the Harlequins 22. Well, it was a long looping pass and just been knocked forward by Harlequins whilst trying to collect the loose ball. Chance to see what the two sides have got up front. Big shove from Harlequins. Bath collapsing under that one, and Davies can't quite get it out. That's going to be a second attempt at the scrum for Bath. Ewan Davies is not going to get much time behind the scrum to get this one away. Collapsing on this near side, Billy Seller. Just having a word with his number 7, George Timmins. Finally a solid scrum. Davies gets it away. Lovely ball as Parry crashes up. Redmond trying to go on the outside. Lovely out the backdoor pass into the hands of Lloyd Gilmore. Ships it inside, back with Redmond. Still 5 metres to go for Bath. Harlequins looked as if they might have stolen that one, but it's still with the boys in blue. It's been stolen by Driscoll, and we said he would cause some mischief at the breakdown, and he's done so well to steal that right on the Harlequins try line. Well, our referee is having a word with his assistant. But we are going to have the line out. It was a good clearance kick from the box by Murdoch Locke. Harlequins seem to be breeding excellent scrum halves, both Murdoch Locke and the finisher for today, Charlie Clare, very much accomplished scrum halves, and it's a good steal by Max Pearce. The Bath line out not quite finding its mark, and did well to pounce on the loose ball. Now they look to move it, but it's been lost forward off their co-captain, Sam Harris. Well, Josh Bellamy will try and send this one long. Off his right this time. Just about bounced inside the Bath half.
Let's go up then, Jake. Let's go up, Jake.
Dory Palmer
3, 2.
goes to the back. Great move, the ball from Locker. A little bit loose, but it gets into the hands of John Smith. Kerr out the back to Waghorn, and Bellamy pops up in the 5 metre channel. Dory Palmer with a carry this time, but is sent backwards. A great hit from Bath. Card to Smith, and Smith is storming away. The number 8 has support from Ludo Khaled, but the pass is on his hip and behind him, so he can't collect. Bath now look to play it from deep. Intercepted though. And it was Ethan Knight that collected it. But we're going to go back for the earlier knock-on by Ludo Khaled. Well, it was a fantastic ball from Sean Kerr. The line that Jonathan Smith hit, exceptional. Just couldn't get the ball away accurately to Ludo Khaled, and he may well have been in. Penalty to Bath at the scrum. Neither team has really controlled the two that we've seen so far. And Raf Weston, well, he sends that one very high, doesn't he? Doesn't quite get the distance on it. A great surface here at Horsham Rugby Club, though. They certainly seem to take care of it. Plenty of supporters around as well. Pearce doesn't find his mark, but gets to Billy Seller, and it's been coughed up. Hacked forward, and it's straight down the throat of Redmond, who skips infield. Bath trying to find some space here, and it's the first time we've really seen them in possession in this game. Penalty to Harlequins. Well, just as Bath were looking to get some continuity in their play, it's another great breakdown effort. This time by Johnny Green. Lovely shunt this time from Harlequins. Well, we've seen in previous games this season that they really do have a lot of muscle up front. When that driving maul gets going, the Harlequins machine is very difficult to stop. To the back once again from Dory Palmer, but it is not straight. Tom Golder, well, he plucked it out the air perfectly, but the ball from Jack Dory was not quite on the money. Both teams showing some errors in their game early on.
Number 5. No one with any cardiac issues.
Well, still 0-0 inside 13 minutes here. Neither side really getting towards the try line, but it has been all action pretty much in the Bath half. Davies finally gets it away, using a bit of muscle through Sam Harries this time. Bath crushing it up once again. Jenkins for Bath. The pressure from Harlequins here suffocating break around the fringes from Arthur Green, the co-captain. Now Davies looks to release. Well, Bellamy couldn't collect it, so just put boot to ball, and we're going to come back for the penalty. Harlequins guilty of not rolling away. Raf Weston again having to try and clear the lines for Bath with the kick for touch. They just haven't really had enough ball in this game, have they? And what they have had, it's been under a lot of pressure from this dogged Harlequins defence. Well, a bit of a pause in play here. Harlequins, I think, just getting a bit of treatment.
What are we doing then, Quinns? Okay, we're rolling it then.
Caleb Ashworth coming off for a bit of treatment, I think. Broken nail or something, maybe. I'm sure it's not too serious. He seemed in pretty good spirits. On comes one of the finishers then, Claudius Wheeler, number 18, just at the back. And it's gone to the back. Lovely line-out ball from Bath. Look at this for a driving maul, motoring at the back with Max Pearce, then still going forward. Davies looks to release. Here comes the crasher from Arthur Green. Quick ball. Bath looking promising now, and what an offload. Here comes Sam Harris, the co-captain, and he's going to streak right under the post for Bath. What a ball. What a line. Raf Weston linking up perfectly with his number 12, Sam Harris, and that makes it 3 tries in 3 games for the co-captain. Look at this. How did Raf Weston get that ball away? And Sam Harris has some real wheels. Sensational. And Bath, who have barely spent any time in the Harlequins half, get the first points of the game.
Come on, boys! Come on, boys!
Well, it's a simple conversion in front of the post and a chance for Sam Harris to convert his own score. No mistake about that, and Bath lead 7 points to 0. Harlequins, I'm sure, will be disappointed with that, but it was an unbelievable offload and a sensational line from Sam Harris. Read that wonderfully. Well, 2 balls on the pitch. Harlequins really need to try and bounce back. And they will try and pin Bath back in their own 22, and a bit of a slip up from Billy Seller on the catch from the restart doesn't help Bath in this area of the field. It's been ripped and stolen, and here comes the replacement, Claudius Wheeler. It's with Murdoch Lock though, trying to find some space. He's a bit upright in contact and is shunted backwards. Lulo Khaled stepping in at scrum half. The carry from Smith. Driscoll this time. Now with Green, trying to stay in field, and he's been hustled into touch by Bath. Well, promising from Harlequins. Time is off. I think Billy Seller just getting a bit of treatment. I think he took a bit of a battering at one of the breakdowns. It is going to be a Bath line out though. Well, I think they just need Raf Weston and Sam Harris to combine once again with one of those cutting lines. Lovely line out ball, well collected once again by Eddie Erskine. Once again, Arthur Green on the charge. Strong ball carrier. Off the left boot of Raf Weston, and it's not gone into touch again, and it's been bundled forward by Guy Rogers. Dips his head, but it does happen. Well, I think another quick replacement. Jaden F. coming on for Billy Seller, who seemed to be struggling. So both tight head props for Harlequins and Bath have been replaced inside 20 minutes. Well, a bit early, weren't they? Let's just say that. The referee's not going to be happy with that type of engagement at the scrum. The ball is with Bath and Ewan Davies. Well, they look quite threatening, didn't they, when they got the quick ball away, and you could see Ewan Davies trying to release the backs early on. Look at that shove from Harlequins though, and Locker's hacked that one on. Great cover back from Lloyd Gilmore, and here he goes. He's got some serious wheels. Looping pass out wide to Ashton, and Ashton's still going, hacks it on. Bellamy's going to have to get back and cover this one. One cool customer, Josh Bellamy. What a hit though. A bit of a bosh from Jaden F. Bellamy looked to be well away, but Murdoch Lock, with his trusted box kick, manages to clear Harlequins' lines once again. Well, Murdoch Lock just having a quick word. Not quite sure what that was about, but we have another rolling replacement. Claudius Wheeler is off, Caleb Ashworth back on the field for Harlequins. Starting 15 together once again. Well, that has been stolen against the head. Locker's knocked it on though, so it's going to be back with Bath and collected by their co-captain Arthur Green. Seems to love the collision, doesn't he? Timmins out to Jenkins. Jenkins smashed into touch. We are going to come back though for the original knock-on from Locke, and it will be a Bath ball at scrum time once again.
Come on now, boys, big scrum, boys. Come on.
Well, Bath leading from that try some 12 minutes ago by their inside centre Sam Harris. It was a brilliant line, And he absolutely darted through from 40 metres out. We seem to be having some issues at scrum time. Much better platform from Bath. Davies does well to get it away. Crushed up. Penalty to Harlequins. Bath diving over the ball. Bellamy off his left once again. He tried off his right boot, unfamiliar right boot, should I say, earlier. And it was a good effort, got into touch, but not quite as familiar as old lefty. Credit where credit's due. Not many players can nudge it off both feet. Good to see him trying it, though. That's what it's all about. Dory Palmer can't quite get it to Johnny Green, and it was stolen by Bath. Back with Harlequins though. Lock to Ashworth, who trundles forward and makes a metre or two. Kerr buries his head. We are going to come back though for the earlier infringement. And Arthur Green just having a few words with the referee. And I think Bath causing a few issues at scrum time, perhaps. Just enough time for a water break while Arthur Green has a word with his forward contingent. Well, despite that try from Sam Harris, the game hasn't quite cracked open yet. It's been a real arm wrestle, hasn't it? Off the back. Jonathan Smith, under a lot of pressure, manages to get it away. Guy Rogers, well, bustling his way through. Lock to Kerr, looked a bit high around his shoulder. Block decides he wants to take it, takes the quick tap, and he's been told he's got to come back for it. Well, it wasn't malicious, was it? Sean Kerr was just heading to ground and was caught awkwardly. Harlequins get the line out though, just outside the Bath 22. Dory Palmer to Johnny Green, and Locke gets it away. Calade. Well, it looked good, but Harlequins couldn't get their hands to it. Guy Rogers looked as if he might have deliberately locked that one on. Bath tried to play it, but we're going to go back for the original knock-on from Ludo Calade. It's almost at the moment, isn't it? For Harlequins, they can't quite get that final pass away. It was slick ball, but not quite accurate enough, and they need to tighten things up if they're going to try and level the scores and contest Bath's one try in this game. Ewan Davies does well to get that away. Sam Harris just fumbling in himself this time. Lock. The pass to nothing, and it's picked up by Johnny Green, who gets it out wide to Waghorn, and Waghorn into the hands of Knight this time. Bellamy was sniffing around for it as well. Lock now on the edge of the 22, smashed up by Tom Golder. Looking to get it away quickly. Kerr flashes the pass between Green and Smith, and nobody takes it, so it's back with Bath, and Byroyd Lloyd Gilmore collects it. Lock tracking back like all good scrum halves do, and he's got some kick, hasn't he, because that went well into the Bath 22. A bit of aerial ping pong, and finally Raph Weston nudges it into touch. Well, it was frantic, wasn't it? It was a lovely, lovely break, though. Some great wheels down the right by Ethan Knight. He's wearing 11, but placed himself on the left wing, on the right wing rather. Bit of a switch up between himself and Guy Rogers. Well, just enough time for a little water break. Temperature around about 3 degrees here in Horsham tonight. Nice and crisp. Well, Jack Dory-Palmer will get the ball for Harlequins at the line out.
Get up, boys! Let's go, quick, let's go!
Can Quins find their mark? Try and get a score to level things before half-time. They do, and it is away. Kerr to Khaled. Khaled skipping through, keeping his hands on it this time, back off his right, tries to get the ball away to Smith. Can Smith bundle over? Yes, he can. And the first time Harlequins have put it through the hands, they have scorched over from 50 metres out. Excellent stuff from the home side. Well, he's not had the best of luck with a few knock-ons and forward passes today, but Ludo Khaled was superb here. Drew the Bath backs, and Jonathan Smith crashing over from close range. And Sean Kerr will look to even the score. It was just at the right time, just on commentator's cue. And the conversion to level the scores. Well, Sean Kerr has just pulled that one to the left of the uprights. But it is worth looking at this again. Excellent work from Ludo Khaled, the captain, shuffling 2 hands, 1 hand, back into 2. Smith with the dummy, and you're not going to stop Jonathan Smith from 3 metres out.
Fine, mate, let's get this ball back.
Well, Bath have managed to get that one back. It's been knocked on though. So Harlequins will get the ball at the scrum. Lock with the put in, and just needs to be careful here. There's a few times where Bath have seemingly shot off the base quickly, but comfortably gets it away this time. What a line, scorching through. Khaled and Waghorn combining, but it went forward. Just, the referee was in perfect position to look at it. Such a shame for Harlequins. Bath, well, just wiping their brow because they may well have scuppered themselves just before half-time. They're looking to head into the break with the lead. Davies doing really well to get it away at scrum time. Change of direction, Harry's switching things up. Weston grubbering it through, almost falling for Max Ashton. The bounce on this rubber crumb surface just bobbling too high for him. Well, almost. Jack Dory-Palmer then for Harlequins inside their own 22. It was well collected by Johnny Green, and Murdoch Lock with the box once again. A few of those high balls been spilled in the night sky in this game. It's sometimes a bit tricky when the lights are glaring at you. Good experience for these young players. Bellamy again with a carving dart through the back defence. Locke sees some space in the backfield. Again, bit of aerial ping pong. Bellamy off his right this time. And what can Sam Harris do? He's got a big boot. And that bounces just outside the Harlequins 22. And Harlequins will get the line out once again. So back to where we started, really. Well, I wonder if Harlequins will try and tee up that same set-piece move. 9, 12, 13. Great take, just Lock tries the box. It's been spilled and Ethan Knight manages to hack it away over the line out. Weston with a hack forward, but it's straight to Bellamy. Redmond with a go on the outside, lovely break. Dummy back inside and dragged into touch by his opposite number, Josh Bellamy. A silly bit of afters, really. Well, that is half-time. The half-time whistle just falling on a bit of a bum note, bit of a dud note, but it has been a very well contested opening 35 minutes here at Horsham Rugby Club. Bath getting the opening try. It was a lovely offload from Raf Weston to Sam Harries, the co-captain, storming away. No one could get back to stop him. But what Bath can do, Harlequins can do too, and it was their inside centre, Ludo Khaled, with the shuffle, the step, the pass. And Jonathan Smith bulldozing his way over from close range. So only 2 scores. Harlequins lead 5 points to 7. We said, based on recent results, it was going to be tight between Bath and Harlequins. And it has been that way in the opening 35 minutes. Nothing to choose between them. A few too many aerial ping-pongs, but you suspect that they're going to have to try and throw everything at this second half. Harlequins especially, who sit high in second in the Premiership Rugby Southern Conference. If they win tonight, they will go top ahead of Saracens, who have won 3, lost 1 from 4. Harlequins are 3 from 3, unbeaten record so far. Well, we'll be back with the second half here from Horsham in just a few moments' time. Well, we're back with the second half. Bath will get things underway through the right boot of Sam Harris. Got the scoreboard ticking over in the first half. Bath lead 7 points to Harlequins 5. The home side looking to get their 4th win of the season and maintain their 100% record. Couple of changes to get things moving. Charlie Clare on at scrum half, as is Zach Carr in the back row. Ethan Clark trying to carry with some intensity, as is Ludo Khaled. Smith just wrapped up by 3 blue shirts. Sean Kerr gets it to Khaled, who does well and has spilt it though, and it's back again with Harlequins. No, it isn't. Knocked on by Quins. Well, it's back with Bath after another unforced error. It's sometimes just the way it goes. Time is off, and we're just going to wait for a bit of a knock to Johnny Green, I think. Well, we've only played 70 seconds and water's already on, just in case anybody needs it. You certainly need it, don't you, the H2O, a bit of hydration on these cold nights. Just seems to sap your lungs that little bit more. Johnny Green back to his feet. Harry Brown into the second row, moving from 6. Zach Kerr now at number 8 for Quins. Ewan Davies is going to get a bit of a hustle. But Bath are away into the hands of Lloyd Gilmore. Lloyd Gilmore streaking forward. Now, Bath out wide, keeping it through the hands. Redmond shuffling backwards as there's a wall of quarters in front of him. Sam Harris sends that deep. Kerr sends it wide, and now comes the wheels. Connor Byrne. Charlie Clare. Harlequins pinned back in their own 22. Trying to inchworm this one back. It's got too much distance on to be chased, but it might be collected here. Oh, I don't think Waghorn could quite get his hands to that. Well, we're going to have another scrum. Free kick and taken quickly by Ewan Davies. Been hacked downfield, and that is a wonderful kick to pin Harlequins back in their 22. Just bobbled nicely. And Bath just starting to get the edge in this second half. Harlequins haven't managed to create too many chances in this game. The one they did create from almost 50 metres out was perfectly executed. It's an overthrow from Bath though, and it's collected by Seller, and Seller gets the offload inside to Timmins. Timmins stopped just 5 metres short. Here come the reinforcements, trying to crab their way over the gain line. Edging their way to the post with Seller. Can they get over this time? Just short once more. Bath trying to use the forward muscle. Harlequins in there, Smith in there, Carr in there, trying to slow this one down. They now move it out wide. Is the intercept collected? It's been offloaded. Lloyd Gilmore gets it over the line in the corner. Well, that was frantic. We're coming back for the penalty.
Rory! Rory!
Bath still with the ball, still with a chance here. Can they drive their way over? Oh, it's so close. Bath on the line. Harlequins doing a great job on the try line. Well, it is a yellow card to Harlequins. They are down to 14. Bath get the penalty. And if they keep pressing, you think they may well get a penalty try. Max Pearce with the drive this time, supported by Harvey Matthews. Quins trying to do everything legally. Dory Palmer getting in there. Now they try and move it one ball wide, and this time Bath get over. George Timmins with the score. And Bath extend their lead. Harlequins with 14 men did not have enough numbers. And around the fringes, Bath went. We're still trying to work out who it was that was yellow carded for Harlequins. But Bath delighted with that score. They were patient, they worked hard, and they were well rewarded in the end. Straight through the uprights, no questions from Sam Harris, and Bath now lead 5 points to 14. Great support by Harvey Matthews to truck George Timmins over. Well, Harlequins need some possession, don't they? A few substitutions at half time to try and reignite the fires. Big smash from Zach Carr, who came on at the interval. Loves to carry hard, but loves to hit hard too. And Harlequins have been well rewarded with their efforts at the breakdown. And Charlie Clare looking for a bit of confirmation of options, really. Sean Kerr kicking for the corner, and they're going to be 6 metres out with the line out. We know they've got a good driving maul when it gets going, but we've not had a chance to see it today. Bath have played superbly so far, just nullifying this Harlequins threat. Quins have not had enough ball to get it moving either. Lovely take off the top from Green. Now come the support. Dory Palmer with the ball at the back, and Bath just slowing this one down. Harlequins peel round the side, and that is a try. And just like that, Harlequins are back in this one. Well, it was crashed over by Jack Dory Palmer. It looked as if at this point they had gone to ground. Dory Palmer came away with it and managed to bundle his way over under a lot of blue shirts. Harlequins muscling their way back into this game. Well, Sean Kerr has a big kick here from the touchline. Just a couple of feet inside. Conversion unsuccessful, so Bath still lead 14 points to 12, and well, this is what we wanted really at the start of the second half. One try each, and on a short restart going straight back to Bath. Harlequins caught napping somewhat. Now the break from Redmond through the middle, the fullback coming into the attacking line. Billy Seller getting the ball away. Well, Smith picked that one up, it was told to leave it. Davis getting the quick ball down the near touchline. Matthews with the carry, but it is Harlequins that get the ball back. Matthews guilty of holding on.
Let's go, let's go. Come on, boys.
Here is the try scorer, Jack Dory Palmer.
Get up.
5-man line out to the back. Collected by Zach Carr, and Khaled, the pass around the back. Doesn't find the mark, but Sean Kerr's done a wonderful job of picking it up. Now they move it wide. Clare. Down the touchline. Rogers storming forward, gets the offload away, but it's to a Bath shirt. And Haythornway goes to ground. Another big carry from Arthur Green. Bath just trying to set up some sort of platform here for Ewan Davies to box kick, and it's gone very long. Kerr's going to have some time on the ball here. Skips one tackle, skips through two more. Makes a good 15 metres, but it's been stolen by Bath. It's back with Clare, now back with Bath. Timmins, the try scorer, managed to snaffle that one, and down the left wing they go with Ashton. Does well to drop it onto his right boot and grub her forward. Clare sends the box kick back, and Redmond doesn't have much space in front of him. Well, this is frantic, isn't it? And finally, the whistle is blown and Bath get the penalty. A few hugs and kisses from Jack Dory Palmer and Arthur Green. Sam Harris just eyeing up the kick for the corner, I think. We're going to have a substitution, a couple of them. Well, we're just waiting on a couple of replacements and medical checks, I think. Guy Rogers on the Harlequins right wing just rubbing his shoulder. Sam Harris kicks for the corner, and 16, 17 and 19 coming on for Bath. Tommy McLean, Scott Kirk and Abdul Khalik Al-Kareen all on the field, as is Komoto Kamanga Dirabrak. So Bath ringing the changes. Tommy McLean then straight onto the field. First ball at the line out. Laser-like precision. It's gone a bit stale and McLean has to go on his own. Al-Kareen with the carry this time. His first involvement off the replacements bench. Al-Kareen again. Harlequins just slowing this one down at the moment. Bath still trying to be resurgent, charging their way forward, looking for a third try in this game. It's almost out. Now it's being carried again by Al-Kareen. Bath still camped on this Harlequins line. Can't quite muscle their way over. They might find some room around by the post. Are they over this time? Yes, they are. Well, a bit of afters this time. All a bit unnecessary. Well, nobody wants to see this. Well, we can have a look at the try once again. It was a pickup, and I think Scott Kirk, the replacement, number 17, barging his way over, and that is a great try. Harlequins just couldn't keep them out for that long. Well, our referee wanting to have a word with Arthur Green and Sam Harris, the co-captains. I think Johnny Green being called over as well. Well, unfortunately, we can't quite hear what they're saying. No ref mic today, but it is absolutely going to be about the afters from the try that Scott Kirk scored. And I think both captains are going to have a very concerned word with their team. Well, Sam Harris keeping the scoreboard ticking over.
Come on, Bath!
Bath now up to 21. This, the try once again, all about the forward muscle, barging their way over. The front row replacements having an immediate impact for Bath. Claudius Wheeler wrapping it up, and Harlequins have stolen that one back and they're trucking this one up themselves. Waghorn with the carry, but has just been spilled as he was marching on the Bath try line. Well, it's a bit messy. We're going to come back for the earlier infringement. Bath with the scrum inside their own 22. They lead by 11 points. Harlequins 10, Bath 21. 62 minutes played. We're into the final 10 minutes here from Horsham Rugby Club. This is a very, very important game. Harlequins currently sit second in the Premiership Rugby Under-18 Academy League Southern Conference. Saracens top with 3 wins from 4 games. Harlequins have a 100% record. Well, they're going to need 2 converted tries to get in front. They've been trailing throughout this game. Big scrum though, and Harris trying to hustle, but Arthur Green finally gets away. Spilled out the back of the breakdown. Claudius Wheeler a little bit high, he knew it, he didn't try to complete the tackle, he did pull out as he heard the referee's call, but it is a penalty to Bath, and Sam Harris can clear the lines. Don't you just love to hear the cries of nowhere boys when the kick doesn't fly that far up the field? It's a classic mind game move, isn't it? Harlequins trying to talk their way back into this game.
Here we go. Strike, friend.
Tommy McLean does well at the line out. Now they peel around the outside and it's still with McLean. Clare just brushed away in the tackle. Now Harlequins get it. Khaled looks for the kick, but Waghorn looking to move it wide. Rogers crashing up. Kamanga, Dyer back, brushing him into touch.
Good steal, Bath! Let's go, boys!
Well, it was great defence from Bath. Just brushing Harlequins into touch, and they get the ball back once again.
Let's go now, Johnny, your ball now! Outside. Get up, Johnny Green, go now, Harry.
Overthrow from Bath. Harlequins just collecting it. Will Ayton off his toes. He's back with Bath though. Harlequins get the penalty. Well, it is so messy, isn't it? Both teams trying to move quickly. Perhaps a few cold fingertips out here on a Saturday night. And a superb nudge from Sean Kerr. And Will Ayton will have the pleasure of throwing into the line out from 10 metres away from the Bath try line. Tosin Tariba on the field, 17 for Harlequins. Just having a quick word with Ayton. A wall of Bath replacements in front of us here. Collected, but it was a bit of a mishap at the line out, and Bath will get the ball back. Well, I think they just closed the gap, and it probably wasn't straight either. And that could have been another great chance for Harlequins. Bath just controlling this game at the moment. They're really creating less unforced errors, and that is why they're leading this game. It has been so well contested, a real scrap, a real arm wrestle. But just that error count, unfortunately for Harlequins, making it difficult for them to get points on the scoreboard. Bath, on the other hand, they had one extra man for a period in this second half. They scored a try during that time. As Arthur Green tries to break down the blind side, Jonathan Smith, his opposite number, stops him in his tracks. Seller with another carry. And Harris sends that long. Kerr, a bit of hot potato, but here comes Connor Byrne. Byrne slipping and got absolutely clattered by Abdul Khalik Al-Kareem. Clare sends Johnny Green up for a run. Lovely pick and go. Ayton just spotting some space around the fringes. Now at the back, Khalid steps in and goes on his own setup. The first try for Harlequins in this game with a lovely dart through the Bath midfield, and he goes again. Finally, Harlequins getting some continuity in their play. Waghorn tries the Bosch, but just slips off in the contact. Johnny Green to Johnny Smith. Clare gets wrapped up this time. Kerr goes on his own. Kerr with some space. Does well to hold on to the ball. Now can Harlequins move it wide? Byrne steps in field to Bellamy. Bellamy can't quite find the space and offloads. It's back with Tariba in the midfield. Offload again this time. Trying to charge forward. They don't have any support. Bath have got men behind the ball here. Inches away. Can Harlequins recycle? There's too many blue shirts over the ball. Clare looks to move it out wide, almost an intercept. And Sultan Edwards trying to cut through with the loose ball. Byrne. We're coming back for the penalty. Well, that pass out from Clare was almost intercepted by James Redmond. That is a try, though, and it was taken quickly. Great thinking from Jonathan Smith, and he gets his second try of the game. Bath caught napping, a big fend, a big shoulder, and an outstretched arm. Gets a much-needed try for Harlequins in this game. Well, they worked so hard. It was the best period of play in the game from Harlequins. I'm not sure how much time we're going to have left on the clock. It says 71, but I don't think that's quite accurate. So maybe, just maybe, there is enough time on the scoreboard. But this is a very, very important kick for Sean Kerr. Straight through the middle. Well, he's missed the first two, but that was lovely from Sean Kerr. Harlequins now trail 17 points to 21. And this is going to be a nail-biter. Any of you that watched Harlequins last night or over the last few weeks and have seen them win at the death, we might be in for something similar here tonight from Horsham. Khaled bouncing in his own 22. Clare teeing up the box. Manages to get it away under some pressure. Redmond. Great chase from Sean Kerr, wraps him up just inside Harlequins half. Al Kareem. The referee said backwards, green. Offloads coming in, left, right and centre from Bath. Byrne knocked it on. I think we're going to come back for the earlier infringement. It was a knock-on by Harlequins. The level of intensity in this game just goes to show how important it is to the players, the coaches, the staff at both clubs. It's a real integral part of the club's and the players' development. It is really great to see both sides throwing everything at it, even at this late stage. Ewan Davies.
Go on, Quentin! Charlie, pressure 9. Charlie, 9's yours.
The Bath number 9 with the put-in.
Charlie, 9's yours.
Charlie Clare trying to marshal him. They do well to get it away. Redmond has some space in the 15-metre channel, still going forward. He's been wrapped up by Waghorn. That might have been stolen, and it has. Harlequins have it back. Ayton shunted backwards by Abdul Khalik Al Kareem. Clare sends it long, and it's back with the Bath fullback. Harris pings it deep, and that might bounce beautifully. Doesn't quite find touch, and Clare pings it back. Well, that's got a lovely bounce on it. Did that go forward? Yes, it did. Well, what a superb kick. Redmond just couldn't quite get his fingertips to it. Half an eye on the charging Harlequins players, half an eye on the ball. And this is at the death stuff. As a player chasing the game, as a player trying to hold on to the lead, it is what you live for. Saturday night, under the lights. Charlie Clare with the scrum on the edge of the 22. Well, it's not going to come out first time. We're going to have a reset. You could cut the tension with a knife, couldn't you? You can feel the pressure. Harlequins licking their lips. Bath just trying to slow the heart rate and stay calm. Big scrum from Quins. Clare gets it away first time. Kerr crashing up. What a run back inside. Ludo Khaled. And that is a sensational score at the death for Harlequins. My word. Absolutely from nowhere. What a line from Ethan Knight. How did he get that ball away? Ludo Khaled with the dive, with the 5 points. And that is surely the win for Harlequins. How on earth have they done that? We said at the start of the game they might be trying to use some of the inspiration from the senior side over the last 3 weeks with the last minute wins. And they have surely done just that. Breathtaking stuff. I have no idea what is left on the clock. We have had a few stoppages. Unbelievable from Ludo Khaled. That is silky, silky stuff from Harlequins. Sean Kerr to extend the lead at the death in this game. That is a great conversion as well. Look at this line from Ethan Knight. He drew 4 men and Khaled with the support. Well, there is still time on the clock. And Bath send this one back straight down the barrel of Harry Brown. Will Ayton with another carry. He's kept so busy since he's been on the field. Smith out into the hands of Byrne. He's looked very lively. What an offload off the deck. The game has really come alive in these last 15 or 20 minutes. Bath just trying to secure the ball. Charlie Clare marshalling his forwards. Keeping it in close quarters, trying to slow down the clock. You can just see the intensity, the edginess on the field from the touchline. It's out now though, and somebody's got to pick it up. Johnny Green dives on it. It's a long way to dive to the deck when you're his height. Bath still trying to contest this. Clare on the little switch around the fringes of the breakdown. The referee telling them to use it, still going forward, this time with Claudius Wheeler. Still smashing forward, Ethan Clark this time. Ayton once again, look at him go. Harlequins come to life when the clock is past 75 minutes or 65. When it's at the death, they know what to do, and look at this for a charge. Offload away to Byrne, and Byrne off his right. Can he go all the way? What a step, Connor Byrne! And this is some finish from Harlequins. My word, where did that come from? They just breathe success, don't they, at this club? what a line, what a break. The pick and go from Zach Carr. Look at him here. And there was so much work to do for Connor Byrne off his right foot, stepping, weaving, diving over. And Harlequins, well, if you said to me 10 minutes ago they would get 2 scores, that would have been impressive, but 3 in the last, well, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes, that is superb. Well, I think everyone around the ground just taking in a breather, because this is something to behold. I don't know what they drink at Harlequins, but it just gives them something else, some sort of inspiration in the latter stages of games, and it drips right through to the very core of the club. This has been some finish and some game, and Sean Kerr to end on a high note. Well, he bought his kicking boots in this second half, didn't he? Well, this was something special. They were originally just trying to slow down the clock, but they didn't need to, because Zach Carr was on the field and he was well supported by Connor Byrne, weaving his way through, leaving blue shirts in his wake. And just look at that. They can't quite believe it. But the scoreline says it all. Harlequins 31, Bath 21. And the scoreline flipped on its head in the final 10 minutes. Well, let's take a look at these second half highlights, because it was superb. At this point, Harlequins had just gone down to 14, and Scott Kirk crashed over. Timmins crashed over rather, but it was Dory Palmer with a very quick response for Harlequins. This the try for Scott Kirk, replacement at the front row. Bundled his way over. Jonathan Smith, his second try of the game with some quick thinking from the tap penalty. Well, this is a really important moment. It was the return kick in the aerial ping pong contest from Charlie Clare. It bounced awkwardly for James Redman. He couldn't quite get his fingertips to it, but from the scrum, this was the set piece move. And what a finish that is from Ludo Khaled. Ethan Knight was charging on the line and got the offload away. That was the winning try. But this, just the cherry on top of the cake. A break from Zach Carr. The finishers doing as they do. And Connor Byrne striking over from 25 metres out. Well, once you caught your breath, you can re-watch tonight's game, have a look at the highlights, because that was something special. My word, what a game here from Horsham in the Premiership Rugby Under-18 League. Harlequins keep their 100% record and go top of the Southern Conference. A superb game, a worthy watch, and certainly have a replay of those second half highlights. The final score then from Horsham, Harlequins 31, Bath 21. Until next time, good night.